All right, my name's Joseph. I'm from Springfield. I graduated from Westfield State University, and I've been drawing and writing since the age of 6. The book is called The 100-Year Wind. It's basically about an evil shaman. His name is Eris. He seeks revenge on his village by cursing it with the 100-year wind. Now, the wind is deadly. It's surrounding the village. It's like a dome, and if any person was to step outside of the village, they would be ripped apart by the wind. It's like sand and all that. It basically takes place in the future, the year 2550. And when I was writing it in my mind, I envisioned like Africa for the setting, but in the future, who knows what that'll look like. So magic exists in the future again. Technology is still a thing, but magic is coming back. And that's how Eris rose to his power. He's a shaman, and Eni is just a normal citizen. Something tragic happens to him, and he wants to get revenge on Eris for cursing his village. The book is about determination, not giving up. Eni goes through trials and tribulations to get to where Eris is at and confront him once and for all. Along the way, he runs into many enemies, possibly friends, possibly even worse wind conditions. Who knows? You have to read the book to find out. So I wrote the initial concept for the book in 2014. It was November. It was a really random windy day on campus, and I saw people having like scarves up to their mouths. The wind was really blowing like people back. It was really bad. So I pictured in my head, because I like to draw a lot, I pictured what if the wind was actually deadly, like people needed a scarf to actually survive in the wind. So I went to class, took my notes, of course, and on the side, I was just drawing like character designs. I created Anna first, and then I created Eni, and I'm like, this is an interesting little sketch here. Maybe I could do more with it, but I didn't. So months passed, the summer came around June 2015, and I just started writing. Started off with a little bit of a prologue, like just making it up as I went. Then it really started to form into a story. So I sent the prologue out to a couple of friends, and they read it, and they're like, wow, Joe, this is really good. You should keep going. I'm like, really? Well, let's see what else I got. And it went on from there. I finished the initial first draft of the book in July 2015. So that one only took a month. And then I kind of let it sit for the next 2 years. I picked it up back in March 2017 and said, all right, I need to get this book published. I need to get it out there. I need people to read it. So I spent like maybe 2 weeks straight editing it, rewriting. It's easy to read. I wrote it for people who don't always like to read, but they enjoy a good story. Well, to start off with the main characters, Eris, the evil shaman. Basically, his name is from one of my friend's last names of Eris Mendy, and it's also from the word air. Air is. It's kind of not that complex about it. Eni, when I first drew Eni, he didn't have a face. I didn't have any type of background story for him. He was just a person wearing gear to protect him from the wind. So technically he could have been any body, you know what I'm saying? And Anna, she comes from my girlfriend's middle name of Joanna, and Nuenis comes from the last name of my friend. His last name is Nguyen, so I put a little twist on it and made it Nuenis. And for the villages, such as Dijo, Dominique, Dee, and Denise, they all come from my mother, father, and sister's middle names, and my own, of course. What inspired me to write the book was that I was bored, and I wanted a story that a lot of people can read and talk about it, like it was a TV show. So I was like, there wasn't much out there yet in 2015, nothing really interesting for the summer. So I said, I'm gonna make the next biggest hit, hopefully, and I tried. I officially created the book cover myself. I drew the characters, Eni on one side, Eris on the other. Amazon helped a lot with the process, so I put the picture down, I chose the font, I chose the coloring, chose the back of the book font and all that stuff as well. And it was a very easy process to do online, but all the artwork is owned by me. So the official photo gallery can be found on the100yearwind.wordpress.com. And on that website is like the official website. It has an official promo for the book. It has information of where to buy it, Amazon, and some contact information if you want to reach out to me, tell me how much you liked the book or didn't like the book. It's all good. So the images were all created on Microsoft Paint, which is a very old format. People these days use Photoshop, but when I was growing up, I just played with paint a lot. I was just drawing stick figures, coloring it in, making random shapes. Then over the years, I started making like figures and characters from it. And so now what you see is like official pictures to go with the parts in the book. And at first, the book was supposed to be a comic book, but I figured I would reach larger audiences by having it as a straight novella. So I just threw all the pictures I would have included in the comic book onto the website instead. So, top exclusive. If you go to www.the100yearwin2.wordpress, go to the website, check it out. So the sequel is going to be much longer. I was writing it while I was editing the first book. So the sequel is going to have more character development, more of a plot, more just strength and unity among Annie and the rest of the characters. So I would define the genre as action, romance, sci-fi, fantasy. That's just all four put together in one book. I want the readers to take away that love is a very strong emotion. It can make you do things you couldn't imagine yourself doing. It can change you as a person, most of the times for the better. It can give you strength when you really need it the most, and it'll really help you push through whatever hard situation you're going through. Although the 100-Year Win started not as a comic book, I would love to see it as a comic book adaptation in the future. I would also believe that it'll make a great feature on Netflix, or maybe a feature-length movie along the lines as well. You can find the book on Amazon, just type in The 100-Year Wind, or you can go to the official website, the100yearwind.wordpress.com.